It's time to mind your business with me, Jamillah Lodge. Tune in to find out how to mind your business with BEDC, special guest entrepreneurs, industry experts, and more. Brought to you by BEDC. Bermuda Business starts here. First of all, I just want to welcome you to Mind Your Business, the fabulous Nikki Fagan. The co-founder of Brand Lion and starter of your own brand incubator. Why don't you just start by telling us a little bit about yourself?
Ooh, me. Okay. I was born back when Jesus was a baby. No, I am Nikki Fagan, and as Jamillah said, I am the co-founder of the award-winning branding and marketing agency, the Brand Lion, here in Bermuda. And we started that agency I think it's about 8 years now, 7 or 8 years ago. I'm here in Bermuda, but I've been in marketing for, I don't even know, 20 years, something like that. And I've had a couple different businesses along the way as well. The Brand Lion is my baby. That's my passion. But yeah, I probably started marketing probably about 20 years ago. I'm also a mommy to a little unicorn named Logan Gray. So that's like one of my top accomplishments.
Yes.
Figuring out how to be a parent.
Listen, they wrote a handbook, but I don't know. I think that thing needs to be updated.
Well, I'll tell you this, just from the viewpoint of being a parent, a recent, parent, because, my daughter just turned 6. I just want to say as well to anyone out there who is going to be working and parenting and building their business, I am right there for you.
Yeah, so, you understand. You understand. And that's the beauty of you, I think. I think we are very lucky to have you. So for those that don't know, Nikki has been hired to be our incubation lead for Enterprise Bermuda. And that's BEDC's incubation program. It's a 12-month incubation program for businesses or people who have ideas, who have desires to start a business and that sort of thing, but just need help. So you get 12 months and we will work with you. And so we are really excited to have Nikki on board to support that initiative. And so Nikki, from your perspective, can you just share with us what you think the Enterprise Bermuda program is? What is that for you?
So first of all, let me just say how excited I am. I've talked to Jamillah already and told her about my excitement. So I'm going to tell y'all. I'm so excited about this, right? Because I've worked with entrepreneurs in all, like I am by trade a designer, right? So I have always worked with entrepreneurs. I always meet people at the beginning of their businesses. So for the last 20 years, I've been meeting people at the beginning of their businesses, right? And I would work with them purely from the visual branding point initially, right? And so I moved into actually working with them on developing their brands overall. And even more recently with the incubator, with working with women and a few men, brave men.
We gave you some, I know.
Working with them on like the actual fundamentals of business. And so the exciting part for me about Enterprise Bermuda is that I now get access to even more entrepreneurs in Bermuda at that early stage of business, which is so important. And it's the part that I like, like some people are like, oh yeah, we're like, all arounders, right? Like, but me, I am your girl when it comes to the beginning of business, right? Because that is the part that excites me. So that's why, I told Jamillah, like, this job was written just for me. So Enterprise Bermuda is truly exciting because it is right when like the ideas are ripe. It's right when you need to understand how to put structure and framework around your business. And that's what Enterprise Bermuda will provide for the applicants who are going to join the 5th cohort. And I'm super, super excited about this because this is the really exciting part of business, right? Because like this journey is like, it's
up and down, around and around, and all of that.
It's ups and downs, but in the beginning is when everything is magical and when everything is like, you can dream as big as you want to dream in the beginning, right? Because you haven't been exposed to all the things yet, so you're still like, it's
still like, oh, everything's shiny.
Yes. So for me, I love the idea of working with BEDC with the entrepreneurs at this stage because I like all the shiny new things, right?
Yeah, exactly. So, I mean, we're excited to have you because, like you said, you have a depth and breadth of experience that I think we haven't really had the benefit of having in the cohort. Like this previous cohort that graduated, of course, we sent I think 4 people to you. And so for us, it's like a perfect marriage, if you will, because we're always looking for ways to elevate the program and create better opportunities for entrepreneurs. And so we think with you on board, that will allow us to do that. I want to talk about some of the things that the Enterprise Bermuda provides to entrepreneurs so that people know, because, sometimes we're like, do they know what they get? Why aren't they all clamoring and applying? So let's just talk a little bit about what they get. So in the first instance, there's office space now. So initially,
oh my God.
Right? I'm like,
oh my God. Yo, you do not have to work out of your bedrooms anymore. Do you hear me? You do not have to work out of your bedrooms. There is a place for you with 24-hour access.
That's right. That's right. And so the good thing is that we have opened 3 more locations in each of our incubators. So I'm excited about that because, like, say, for example, you are an entrepreneur, you want to be an entrepreneur and you're based in St. George's. Well, guess what? Now you can access office space, Wi-Fi, printing, additional support right there in St. George's, right off the square is where the old post office used to be. And so I think that's a perfect location. So we have that location. Then we have a location in Northeast Hamilton. And then we also have a location in Somerset. So, and of course the original location where our head office is on Church Street. So I'm excited about that expansion.
Yeah, absolutely. Everybody gets a spot.
What'd you say?
Like Oprah, you get a spot and you get a spot.
Everybody gets a spot.
Everybody gets a spot.
That's the goal. I mean, granted, it's still 24, so it's not like we can service everybody at this particular time, but it's certainly 3 times more than we were able to support in the past. So that's pretty exciting for us. The other thing is we've partnered with Accelerator Center out of Waterloo, Canada. And they have a whole incubator curriculum and a platform. And so can you just talk a little bit about the experience you've had so far working with those guys?
So I think this is going to be, as Jamillah said, this is going to be one more thing that makes this process just next level, right? Because now there is going to be a platform that you can log into. You can keep track of all of the things that you're going through in one central place. You can keep all of your files, any files that we work on together, any files that you work on separately, you work on with your BEDC instructor. You can keep them all in one place, any files you work on with your mentor, and then we can go through those files together. When it comes to forecasting the business, forecasting profits, do anything to do with the business, there is now going to be a database, a platform where you can keep everything together. You don't have to have your notebook with dog ears anymore. There's going to be a spot. There's a spot for that.
Some people like that though. Like if you just need it, like a little blanket, you know, your security blanket, you can have it. But but the platform, like Nikki is saying, is a great tool because now, especially with Nikki on board, she can have that kind of touch point with you. So whether she's physically with you or not, you guys can both log on and share notes, ask questions. So I think it's going to be a great opportunity also for all of them to be able to communicate with each other, because everybody who gets accepted to the program will be on the platform. And it's like an intranet or mini communication metaverse or whatever you want to call it nowadays. So yeah, I'm really excited about that. But I also want to talk a little bit about with you, Nikki, about your je ne sais quoi, your zhuzh, and and how you gonna put your spin on it, like what you think you can bring to the program.
And I just want to say one thing before that about the technology piece. I don't want anyone to be nervous about technology, right? So like, it may feel like, okay, there's this platform and you got to be like super up to speed when it comes to technology. Not at all. I'm going to be there. I can help you to do the input. You know, we're going to be meeting once every other week or twice a month, right? So we're going to be meeting a lot. So don't let this technology piece, this is super exciting for some people, but for some people that may be a little intimidating, right? And don't let that be intimidating. It is a tool like everything else, and it can be managed, and I can get you through that. But
you're just
my je ne sais quoi. Well, first of all, my passion is business, right? Like and startup businesses. That is my passion. Working with people on getting their startup, their ideas out of their head, out of the singular monologue that you tell yourself, and into the world and birth, right? That is my sweet spot. And so being here at BDC and being able to support entrepreneurs to get that conversation, that singular conversation out of their head, where sometimes it never leaves, right? Like sometimes all the best ideas just stay right here.
They just stay right there. It's so true.
I'm really good at working with you to get that idea out of here and into the real world. And right now, it is such a time for entrepreneurs. We are, this cohort, we are looking for Bermuda's next big business idea. That is what we are looking for. So we invite you, if there is this magical thing living in your head and you are finally ready to give birth to it, I am your gal to get it out.
I love that. And it's true. I mean, in terms of who can apply, right? I know we've had this conversation with Nikki because we're like, we want to help everybody. And I'm sure as a marketer, you're like, okay, now I'm gonna need you to narrow that down.
Just a little bit, just a little bit.
And so Nikki has been talking and coaching us because we understand we can't help everybody. So helping us to kind of define who kind of that right entrepreneur is. And can you share your thoughts on that?
Yeah. So there are a few questions that I want you to ask yourself when trying to figure out if this is the right place for you, right? So are you looking for an office space that offers not just an office space in practicality, but a place where you can come? There will be other entrepreneurs there. It will provide a place where you can grow, you can build. There are going to be BDC offices there. I will be there to help you along the way. Are you looking for that, right? Are you looking for community? Are you tired of having your board meetings with just yourself, right? Are you tired of that yet? No? If not, continue on. But if you're looking for some level of collaboration, this is the program for you. Are you currently under 3 years old, but your business is either stalled, or maybe on the cusp of failing because you don't know what to do next. This is the spot for you, right? Because just because it's stalled, or just because in your mind it may be even failing or failed, does not mean it's not a good idea. It just may mean that you don't have the right foundation, right? And so we can go back, have a look at that, and set up a proper foundation. That's what the program is all about. If you're having trouble connecting the steps to create your business, and even though you're really, really good at something, or you have a really, really good idea, but you're having trouble connecting those steps for what to do next, then we're the place for you. What else? All right, I have one more thing. If you are currently offering services to clients, but something just doesn't feel quite right, right? So if you're at the point right now where maybe you are under 3 years of business, you're providing services for people, but it still doesn't quite feel like, something just doesn't feel right. And you know what that something is, you'll know, right? If that's happening, this is the place for you.
I would also offer that there are a lot of people, we all have our little side hustles, right? The thing that we're really passionate about, that we love doing, but it's not making us enough money to feed the kids and to support our household.
Oh, yes.
But in your dream of dreams, you would love to take this side passion and hustle and make it a real kind of formal situation. So I would invite those people to apply, because the course or the curriculum allows you to go through the process to see what's required to actually formalize it, and to look at what those cost structures would be, because you can do it. You can do it. If there's demand for whatever it is you're providing, your product or service, then it's just about how to wrap a formalized structure around that. And then you can plan, because some people are like, well, when do I know when to quit my day job and start this business? And some people, God bless them, can just be like, tomorrow I'm quitting and doing it, and it works. But not everybody is prepared to take that huge leap. So I would offer, we offering you 12 months of planning, okay? So within that 12 months, you can actually create a roadmap of how you would actually do that, and then make a plan to actually say, look, I want to do this thing for real. I'm gonna take, put the time that I need to put into formalizing this as a legitimate business, so that you can get it started, because it's possible.
And these are not 12 months of like loosey-goosey time fillers. These are 12 key months, like topics that are extremely relevant each module has for the month, right? So even if you say, okay, well, this program feels long, 12 months feels long, it's because each month is packed with exactly what you need to get from one stage to the next in building a business, right? So I want you to really understand just how much is required, especially it's set up, over the 12 months as well, because you are doing other things.
Yeah. Right? Exactly.
So it's meant to accommodate you while you're doing other things. So don't feel like, okay, well, I don't have the time. You will have the time, because the modules are set up like that.
And I'll share that in this, our like fifth cohort, and in our experience in doing that, in an ideal scenario, you just want someone who has a business idea and that's all they're working on, so they can work, on it nonstop. But our reality, which we know and have accepted, is that most people that's not their reality. They have a job, they have a life, they have other requirements and responsibilities. And so the program is built out to accommodate that, like Nikki said, is to create opportunities for you to still do life and build out this dream business that you have for yourself. So just really, really, really excited about the opportunity, about the new chance to work with Nikki, and utilizing the new tools and the platform and all of that. So applications are open now. You can log on to our website, bedc.bm, to register. And if you have questions, you can definitely reach out to us. Nikki, I'll let them give you your new BEDC email address.
So you can slide into my inbox at nfagan@bedc.bm, and we can talk through whatever concerns or queries you may have. We can jump on a quick call if you want, Zoom call, whatever's comfortable to you. And we can talk about the program, talk about how we know that you're going to be an amazing fit, and then how to apply. And we are actually coming up. The application deadline is going to be on June 3rd, because we're going to kick off on June 14th, right? So we really want you to, reach out to me if you have any questions, any queries, so that we can make sure that you are in time for our application deadline.
And I also want to say to people that really this program is focused on, like Nikki said, the startup, or you have that idea, or you just need to formalize the idea. And so we recognize that people are going to be at different phases, right, in their business. But the reality is that we want to support you wherever you are. So you have whatever the goal is, right, for your business, and that our job is to support you and to help you to achieve that goal, right? And it's going to be different from everyone, right? We have had businesses come in with just an idea, and then at the end of the 12 months, they have a full-fledged operating business with employees and all of that. And then we've had other businesses that already existed, but again, there was no formal structure around it. So by the time they got out, they were like, okay, I have this whole separate now entity that I can operate and run. So I want to encourage those who are considering it, or who are on the fence, or like, this doesn't sound like it's a fit for me. Don't count yourself out. I would say definitely reach out to Nikki. You could reach out to me. I'm jlodge@bedc.bm. And we are happy to have the conversations with you in the first instance. And I would say we are going to be interviewing all the applicants, because of course we want to make sure that it's the right fit, right? We want you to get the best out of the program, and we want to be able to give you the best. So we will have an opportunity to have that conversation. So even if you apply and you're still unsure, there's still a further opportunity for you to have a conversation with us to just make sure that this is the right fit for you. And at the end of the day, this is our investment into you, if you consider that, right? Because we have put a lot of time, put a lot of money, put a lot of energy in building out the program, because our mandate is to ensure that there's a healthy entrepreneurial ecosystem at Bermuda. That's BEDC's mandate. And we can't do that without the people, right? Without the entrepreneurs. It's just not possible. So before we wrap up, Nikki, I just want you to share a little bit about your entrepreneurial journey and how you think that will help other entrepreneurs as they look to go down this road of entrepreneurship.
So I would say my entrepreneurial journey, I started freelance, and even I started working about 20 something years ago. And then I started freelancing a few years into that, right? And so it was really scary, even as a freelancer with a full-time job, right? Like, it was scary to be able to know what to price things at. It was scary to have to speak for myself and not let, the person who owns the company be the person who was going to speak. So it was really nerve-wracking in that beginning time. And I understand what that's like, right? To want to do something, but to not have all of the tools in place to be able to do it. And so my entrepreneurial journey, it started with that process of kind of like figuring things out on my own. There was no someone. Probably about maybe about 15 years ago now, I actually got my first mentor, right? Okay. And so my first mentor, which I still have now, was how I got more into a business mindset.
Okay.
Right? And I think that is a thing that entrepreneurs here, especially, I find it really do a disservice to themselves about. They don't put a formalized, like, what we say is, okay, well, I'm really good at plumbing. So
Yeah.
I'm going to set up a plumbing business, right?
Yeah.
And so there is no thought about how do I formalize this? We just say, I'm good at plumbing. Let me go fix the
Start
toilet.
doing it. Yeah.
Right? Here's the thing though, like when the money starts coming in, when the appointments start calling, who's going to keep those things in place, or what system is going to keep those things in place? Who's going to open up a bank account so you're not paying your Netflix bill out of the same thing that you're collecting the money from the plumbing, right? So like, what about your taxes? At what point do you start paying those, right? How do I get health insurance if I don't have if I'm not paying taxes, right? So like there's a whole bunch of things that start to happen, and you find yourself in the deep end very quickly when you start a business. And so my entrepreneurial journey was that, right? Like at one point in time, I was paying my Netflix account out of, I was receiving money in the same account I'm paying my Netflix account out of, right? Like, no, this can't keep working, right? So like I had to formalize the business. So the brand line's been formalized for, I don't know, 8 years or whatever now, right? But before then, I didn't quite know what to do. I didn't know how to do it. And so the entrepreneurial journey, we tend to think of as the thing that we like to do, and we're just going to do it.
Yes.
And it's so much bigger than that. And once you can, the great thing that the program that Enterprise Bermuda is going to offer is the ability to put those things in place up front, so that you don't find yourself in the deep end halfway through the journey and then you end up drowning, right? Like you come out the gate more prepared than many business owners for hundreds of years.
It's true. Yeah. Yeah, it's very true.
You know, like it really just puts you on like the good foot to start, because once you find it, sometimes if you have started a business and you have realized like 5 years in, 10 years in that you haven't done these things, sometimes you have no other choice but to abandon the business because there's so much kind of structure so
the foundation wasn't there.
Exactly. And it's so important. I wish I had it, right? I wish I had a BEDC when I first started business like 15 plus years ago. I wish I had a BEDC to you know, this type of program to put in place, right? So for me, it has been a learning process that and I'm a sharer. So like, you know, my mistakes, you're gonna get those mistakes. You're gonna learn those mistakes. Okay. I'm going to share with you the things that have worked for me, the things that haven't worked for me, so that you are on a stronger foot starting out. So
and I think that's important. And that's what this Enterprise Bermuda is about, really. You don't have to do it alone. There are people here to support you, to help you. We have Nikki, the fabulous Nikki, been there, done that, so you don't have to situation. So we're really, really excited about this 5th cohort. We're looking forward to receiving applications and to working with our next group of entrepreneurs. Nikki, so excited to have you on board. I really want to thank you for coming and, of course, speaking with us on Mind Your Business. But hopefully when people see and hear this, they understand the opportunity that exists, right? The opportunity to get that idea, whatever that big idea is, get it out of your head and let us help you shape it into a realistic business that actually could potentially sustain you. So we want the next big idea, right? We want the next big entrepreneur. So
we are looking for it.
That's right. So log on to the website, bedc.bm, apply. Please get your applications in before June 3rd. And then look, we're going to hit the ball rolling. We're excited about this. And I just want to thank you again, Nikki. And look, you'll see more of Nikki and hear more of her because she's with us now, girl. You can't go nowhere.
We together. We together now.
Yeah, you will tell. All right.
Yes.
All right. I just want to thank you for joining me for Mind Your Business.
Thank
and I just want to remind y'all, because if you don't mind your business, who will? Who will? All right. So enjoy the rest of the day, Nikki, and I'll see you later.
Bye.
Bye.
Thanks for tuning in to Mind Your Business with me, your host, Jamillah Lodge. Tune in next week, Thursday at 4 p.m. because if you don't mind your business, who will? Mind Your Business is brought to you by BEDC. Bermuda Business starts here.